Good morning. I just got dropped off by Papa Joe here on Jerusalem Road, and I'm heading north today. But right off the trail is this thing called the AT Trail Stand, Appalachian Trail Stand, and it's a little self-serve mini resupply. They got a refrigerator, it's got some drinks in there. They got little snacks right there, and people can sign their names in chalk on the inside of the thing. So as I was looking, I noticed here on the door, I don't know if you can see that, easily forgotten, who I met like the first 3 days I was on trail up in Pennsylvania. He is the guy that is doing a yo-yo. So I met him mid-October. He was gonna hike down to Springer and turn around and hike back. And he hiked back. He made the turn sometime, like I want to say the end of January. I remember seeing he was like a month ahead of me. And Papa Joe, I just mentioned him to Papa Joe shuttled him, had a picture of him on his phone, and said he was through here like a week ago, but that he was going to go do the long trail, the Vermont long trail for a little while, then come back to the AT and make his way back up to Katahdin. So guy's a hiking machine since he's been hiking since, I don't know when he started, but I saw him in Delaware Water Gap in October, and he's been hiking ever since. So anyway, kind of a small world. All right, I gotta figure out where exactly I'm going today. I've got 2 shelters I'm targeting. One's like 18 and one's like 25. That sounds pretty ambitious, but I don't think there's a lot of elevation gains or losses after the first couple miles. So let's see how I feel, and I will check in. I need to come up with a would you rather, and so I'll do that and then check back in. See you guys. All right, back again this morning. Still getting the first mile underway, but quick would you rather. Oh, here's another water crossing. Interesting bridge. I just did one of these a minute ago. Food related, since I had some pizza last night, I thought, would you rather have Chicago style pizza or New England style pizza? Since I am up in New England, I think the New England style pizza has a little different consistency than certainly New York pizzas, but Chicago is very different. So 2 pretty widely different ones, Chicago style or New England style. Think about that, and I will let you know what I think later. And it's about 8 o'clock. I got a little later start today because Papa Joe couldn't start earlier today. So that pushes my plans a little, that puts my plans a little more in question about how long it's going to take me to get to that K Wood shelter, which is 25 miles. I usually don't like to come rolling in as it's getting dark, but we'll see. I'll let you know. All right, today was one of the rare days I actually started off going downhill, but as soon as I crossed through all this marsh, look at this, like how it's like all crooked. You gotta be careful here because there's water running right underneath this thing. But I got about, looks like a pretty steep climb, like 1,000 feet in a mile, and then another like close to 1,000 feet in the next mile. So, but then it just bounces around a little bit, and then I think at like mile 10 today it drops down towards the town. I don't know, maybe it's Dalton, I don't know, I'll look it up. And I got another climb there, but then the second half of the day looks pretty flat, like really flat, but I don't know if it's rocky or what. Holy cow, look how tipped this is on an angle. Anyway, just showing you crazy stuff I gotta start with, get my climb out of the way, and maybe make some time. What the heck? Look at this thing. Is this a... I feel like I'm a dog in a field trial here. Let's see a little border collie come flying over this thing. All right, away we go. All righty, made it up that hill. That was a fun climb, got the blood pumping. Now I'm bumping along this little stream here. Oh, looks like we're gonna cross it right up here. Weather seems pretty nice. It was like I think it was like 55 when I got out of Papa Joe's car. There you go, little stream. That way. And I think the weather forecast is up to the 60s, low 70s today. So it should be okay. And yeah, the far out elevation map looks like it's kind of bumpy, rolly for the next while before it really flattens out later today. But yeah, so if this is like this, it's a little slow going, but I think I'll be able to do okay. We will see. Let's keep going. All right, here's a little view of Upper Goose Pond. The trail kind of skirts along the edge here. It doesn't look like there's a lot of real good access, but it looks pretty nice. Temps are in really cool. Humidity is down. It's a good day so far for hiking. But another lake that lake, whatever, that I'm passing by without doing any fishing in. I'm gonna really go nuts when I get up into Maine and I'm right at these lakes. All right, still along the shores of Upper Goose Pond. Here's a little memorial to the Mohawk Club. The club was incorporated in 1909. For 72 years, served to provide its membership with good fellowship and fond memories. In 1981, the club conveyed its lands to the National Park Service and provided the Appalachian Mountain Club with a gift to assure that these lands would remain a wilderness preserve. 1982. And here is an old chimney of sorts. I guess there was some kind of building right here. Yeah, old chimney remains right on the shore of the pond. Pond's right there. So, not sure exactly what was here, but pretty cool. All kinds of ruins and remains along this trail, huh? But of course, they do not want you camping right here. Something tells me more than a few thru hikers have disregarded that sign. Crossing over the Mass Pike. Here we are. Will this guy do it? I got one. How's that, Nichols? All right, heading on. I think oh man, only like 9 miles in. I got a lot to do today still. Let's go. I think that thing right up there is Berkshire Lakeside Lodge, which is a little lodge you can stay at. This must be Berkshire Lake. Nice. Oh, it's a nice place on the other side of the lake there. But I'm gonna press on up this way down here, down the hill, and keep pushing. Away we go. Hello. Just over 10 miles in. Just came up that second climb I had to do, and now it's a little up and down for a little bit before it flattens out, but about time for lunch. Packed out 2 pieces of pizza from last night's pizza dinner. My go-to, pepperoni and pineapple. And I'm having a little pizza for lunch while I walk. I'm not stopping because I got too many miles to cover. The pizza's in here upside down on both sides to keep the toppings together. But yeah, inspired today's Would You Rather question. So just checking in. I just passed hot springs. That guy, one of the guys that I saw the other day, he's hiking with like, looks like a small family, like a husband and wife and two small kids, and they must be friends of his. I think he said he's originally from New Hampshire, but coming back from Washington or something, Washington State, and making his way back here. So maybe he has some friends that came out and keeping him company on trail for a little while. But it sounds like he might be trying to get to the K-Wood shelter that I'm trying to get to as well. So might see him tonight. But now I'm gonna enjoy my pizza and hope it doesn't attract a million bugs while I'm walking. See ya. Hello. I am 14 and a half miles in, and just giving you a view of what the trail looks like around here. It is not nice. It's been rocky, rooty. Yeah, and you can see it's not very scenic unless you like massive blowdowns and rocks and roots. Bugs are a little bad, but not too bad. Got like, I think, less than 2 miles to get to this October something shelter, and then it's, I think, 8 more to get to the next one. Whew, hard to be 15 miles in and think you still got eight. I guess it's gonna be 10 to go. Oh boy. Anyway, just showing you. I don't know what came through here. Some massive storm came through here. This whole area is just, yeah, not scenic at all. But I'm pushing through. Keep you posted. Good afternoon. It's, what time is it? Ooh, 5:20. I've got just under 4 miles to go to get to the K-Wood shelter. Stopped for water a little bit ago. Before that, I was hiking with Hot Springs, and then another guy, Bear Claw, caught up to us. So we were moving pretty quick. I didn't think I could keep up with those guys for the whole like 8 miles to the shelter, and I needed to get some water anyway, so I stopped, got the water, they kept moving, but I was hiking with them for a few miles, moving pretty quick. Hot Springs only wants to try and do a fastest known time hike of the AT. So that guy wants to really move. He told me that when he got into Pennsylvania, he hiked 24 straight hours and did 74 miles from Penmar up to just below Duncannon, which is unbelievable. So they're clearly in a completely different league than I am. But they knew a bunch of the guys that I know that are about 100 or so miles behind us. Had interacted with them and bumped into them along the way, and they're both going to be at the shelter when I get there. So we'll see them soon enough. And yeah, just thought I'd check in. I should be able to get there by around 7 o'clock, which make for a long day, longer than I like, but it'll be good. It's not too bad right now, you can see. But there's a lot of these logs you got to walk on, and like this, although not too bad, not too muddy right here. And I don't like walking on them because they're slippery. All right, I will check back in before I finish and give you today's Would You Rather. See ya. All right, I'm not on trail all that often where we get to see the sun starting to go down through the trees. I am less than a mile from the shelter. Oh, great little water crossing here. And it is 7:53. Yeah, long day. Or 5:50 or 6:53. Sorry, 6:53. So been hiking for about 11 hours, almost 11 hours, and it'll be over 11 by the time I get to the shelter, which isn't my normal MO. 25-mile day. It's probably the outside of my limit. I have done longer, but I don't enjoy it. So pushing a little bit more. There's supposed to be some kind of power lines or something we come to before we get there. But I thought I would just show you the sun getting ready to go down on trail, since we don't see that often. I'll do one more before I get there and tell you the would you rather. See ya. Hello, hello. Still not there. This is like the longest last mile in the world, but pretty cool. Bunch of grass on the other side of the trail. You see the trail back there. That looks pretty cool. I'm heading down the hill now. I think, oh, it's been rocky and lots of roots. So been slow going most of the way, but I'm glad I did 25 miles, but my feet hurt. But and I'm not looking forward to doing. I'm probably not going to do 25 again for a while, given the terrain that's coming up in the hills. So got it done. Anyway, would you rather Chicago style pizza or New England style pizza? I'll call Now I'm calling New England style pizza because I recognized this when I got it last night. It seems to have like a very thin amount of crust. Like they run the cheese kind of right up to the edge, and the crust doesn't like puff up like I'm used to, like New York style or Philly style pizzas where the crust will get a little puffed. It's certainly not like stuffed crust like you can get at like some of the chain stores and stuff, but I'm not talking about stuffed crust. Just the way the New England style pizza's crust seems to be is flat and thin, where the cheese goes right to the edge. So that's what I was thinking of. I don't know if people are thinking something different. Oh, there you go. Here's the sun back there, crossing those power lines. Whoa. And back there, that looks like rain in the forecast. So I better get to the shelter. I'm going to sleep in the shelter tonight. Anyway, sorry, I'm rambling on. Tired. I'm going with Chicago style pizza. I'm not crazy about that, like, lack of crustiness on the New England style pizza. Pizza I had was good, tasted good, except for the crust. But the pepperoni and pineapple that I had was delicious. And so when you put pepperoni and pineapple on a pizza, plus the tomato sauce and the bread, you got like all your major food groups there. And you're good to go for the day. So that was lunch. And if I had a choice, I would have had a Chicago style slice, although packing that out would have been even harder and heavier. So anyway, I will see you guys tomorrow. I'm working up a plan for tomorrow. I'll fill you in on what that is when I see you in the morning. Good night.